have a lot of different resources in Grand Summoner, from crystals to Evo mats to LB stones, but do you know which of these materials are the most scarce in Grand Summoners? I'm gonna be honest, I don't know what y'all said, but it's expert LB stones. These LBs were added with the addition of ascended characters, and so far they only ever handed out 3 of these bad boys. And crazy part is, I think if you actually weren't here for the original release of ascended characters, you may have missed out on 1 or 2. Oh, another thing is too, you can't even buy these. Like, there's no pack in the shop that actually allows you to get one. So this resource is insanely valuable. Being able to increase your LBs on your ascended characters means you get access to 6-star equips, raise your Tasmon stats even more, and you are able to change one of your equip slots. So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you my recommendations on who to use these precious LB stones on. Of course, you don't have to follow this to a T. You could just use these on your favorite waifu or husbando, but I think it'll do you a lot more good if you at least pick a few meta characters to use these on from time to time. Star God Lisa. This character will be coming out super soon onto Grand Summoners Global, and it's actually already out on Grand Summoners JP, and she is an amazing candidate for LB7. LB7 will allow you to equip a 4-star heal onto her, which, yeah, I know doesn't sound too exciting, but think about it. With a 4-star heal, you can use 2 Keratoses at once, or 2 burst heal items at once, which that may sound weird because you're like, what do you mean 2 at once? Well, if you don't know about Star God Lisa, she has this mechanic called Ether Recast, which allows her to use any of her equips twice in one go. You can only do this 1 time per quest per each equip, but even with that restriction, it's still one of the strongest abilities in the game. The one that is insane though is having the option to run a Blessed Necklace on her. This will pretty much turn your team invincible if you have the right setup, of course, like a tank, some supports, and of course her. This gives you so much wiggle room in hard content and technically makes her one of the best revive characters in the game, since you could just throw a revive on a character, pop Ether Recast, throw another revive on another character. Let's say you use her True Art, you get crazy equipment CT, right? Plus you have, let's say, an equipped CT crest. All that stuff's added together, which means Blessed Necklace is on the shortest cooldown we've ever seen in the game, and you can just constantly keep this rotation going to make sure a Blessed Necklace never falls off of a character that you need to make sure doesn't die. Demon Lord Vox will get a 5-star support at LB7. He's one of the only Ascended characters that have that luxury, by the way. Most Ascended characters, have 2 5-star slots, or a 6-star, 5-star, and a 4-star slot, but Demon Lord Vox has all 5-star slots. Of course, LB6 will give him a 6-star slot. But with the 5-star support, Demon Lord Vox is now able to Arch Shin actively for the team, provided you have some AoE Arch Shin equips, or it allows him to make himself or another unit faster by utilizing a single target Arch Shin equip. This next one is a little out there, and I'm not biased for saying this, okay? No, before we even talk about the unit, I'm not biased, all right? I just want to mention them because it's good synergy in nukes, all right? I'm just gonna say it. Jay, hear me out. I know this sounds a little weird, but hear me out. LB7J gets access to a 4-star support slot, which on its own may not sound like much. However, this significantly improves his team play in nuke teams, provided you have the 4-star equip to accompany this slot. That 4-star equip being Dignified Silence, of course. Dignified Silence has a major drawback of consuming your own arts by 50 while providing your own team with 50 art gauge. Of course, there are many ways to work around this, but with Jay, he pretty much doesn't ever care about it. Since Jay gives himself 200 art gauge on the start of each stage in a fight, he's ready to go all the time. So in new comps, you can choose to either use his art to clear ads while also providing your team with some art gauge, or you can choose to use his True Art to, of course, apply the damage res down. Then use the equip after using your art or your True Art, thus providing your team with even more art so they can use their True Arts and Super Arts. Hope y'all can see the vision here. Like I said, very specific case. It only helps out in nuking, but hey, if you love nuking with Jay, might want to consider this. Let's talk about 2 characters that are on JP that I consider worth max LBing. Dark Rosetta. Dark Rosetta will change out her 4-star magic for a 4-star support, making her an even crazier optional Mono Dark Demons. Not like Mono Dark Demons need like any more help, but hey, an extra support slot on that team just means more art gauge, means everybody's gonna go even crazier. And one of the last characters I want to mention here is BF Emperor. BF Emperor can trade out his physical slot for a 5-star support slot. It hurts his damage potential just a bit, but definitely helps out his supporting capabilities a ton. Considering the fact too that he can make the support slot even faster because of his art that gives specifically support equip cooldown. I think I just busted. And those are pretty much all the characters I would consider giving expert LBs to. Even include some JP characters to the list to make it a little bit future proof. Thankfully, majority of cases, these expert LBs aren't needed. Could you imagine if every unit needed to be LB7 and they only gave out 3? You best believe I'm crying. I'm literally over here shedding tears if that was the case. Thankfully, we don't have to live in that reality. And I hope we never do. That would be terrible. But ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be it for this video. Thank you all for coming out. If you enjoyed this video, have a check out either one of the other videos popping on the screen right now. Great content, guarantee you'll love them. Tell me down below who you guys are going to be using your expert LB stones on and who you plan on max LBing and stuff like that. I would love to read all about it. I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys are probably going to be doing this with Star God Lisa and maybe even BF Emperor, or maybe you just do it to some of your favorite characters in the game, which is also perfectly fine. That's going to be it for this one. Thank you all again for coming out. And last but not least, you guys already know, don't forget to drink water.